or request our coverage at your function. MBC, at your service 24/7. Call 832-887-6452 or call 281-888-9502. MBC, your favorite station, sharing African views.
All right, good morning. It isn't the mountains ahead that you climb that weigh you out. It is a pebble in your shoe. We are hoping that whatever pebble it is that you found in your shoe, I think everybody has a pebble or two. Some have like 50. Like it's hard to wear a shoe. We're hoping that whatever it is that you found in your shoe, you were able to manage to get them out. My name is Omo-Osagie. Welcome aboard. This is Dawn, MBC 43.2. Another beautiful Saturday morning, a wet day indeed. It has been, I think, this way for most part of the week, and we're expecting more rain from tomorrow and possibly in the new week. Once again, welcome aboard. Yes, you just heard Prof's voice. He just introduced himself in one weird way. But Prof is here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Houston.
How was your week, sir?
It was fine. It's I thought the summer normally.
What was the feeling like when you were about to get up out of bed this morning? Did you?
It was a struggle.
Was it a struggle?
Yeah.
It was like one of those days.
It was a long week.
You just want to be in bed. Yeah. Anyways, as usual, we have a whole lot to share with you this morning. Our doctor is not going to be here with us, sadly, today. Oge is not here, but I'm sure she will be here next week. If time permits, we might be joined by a guest or two. If not, we will do the usual, furnish you with whatever it is that we got. Expect all of the responses and all of the reactions that we can get out of Prof this morning. And yes, indeed, music as well, just for your viewing pleasure. This is Dawn. Welcome aboard, and we'll be right back. All right, the biggest news that we woke up to this morning, the world is, I can't say agog, Prof, can I say that? No, not really, but everybody and anybody who I know on Twitter and Facebook and all social media platforms have been sharing his quotes and talking about this great man. He calls himself the greatest. I think that name actually stuck with him. I died at 74 yesterday night, and all of his quotes. Some people have tagged him arrogant, some have tagged him inspiring. I don't know where to place him, but I think I love his tag. I think I grew up learning about him, and then at some point everything fizzled out, especially with his disease and stuff. But it is sad. We're happy for his life. I'm sure very many people are as well. Muhammad Ali, Prof.
I mean, I think the word greatest ever really started with him. Because,
indeed it did.
And even though we like to think that greatest ever for him meant the greatest boxer ever, I think it really meant the greatest athlete ever. He's what I consider the first and probably the only crossover athlete, because he just wasn't an athlete. He was a politician. He dabbled into religion.
Activist as
he
well.
He was an activist. He was an entertainer. So his crossover appeal was beyond boxing, and it was not. It was from the north, south,
True
east,
to
west,
what he said
all over
in
the
one
world.
of his quotes. This actually made me laugh. He says, "I'm the most recognized and loved man that ever lived because there weren't no satellites when Jesus and Moses were around. So people far away in the villages didn't know about them." Didn't know about them.
And he's right. I mean,
very correct.
He's very correct. I mean, I actually
very
put up a post this morning too about him, and saying that can you imagine commercially what he would have earned
at the time
if it was today? Because the next closest athlete to him is probably Tiger Woods, but he's not a complete crossover.
What about Floyd?
Floyd, no, look, you go to any village in Lagos, nobody knows who Floyd Mayweather. He might have made the most money.
But they do on Instagram.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, okay, the people in the village have Instagram, but everybody knew who Cassius Clay was. I go to the village in Benin in the late 60s
and everybody
and everybody knew Cassius Clay. And when he changed his name to Muhammad Ali, there was some kind of initial, but everybody then accepted it. It became, look, the word greatest or GOAT, greatest ever, that, greatest athlete ever, I think it really only can be used for him. And I think now that he's gone, we might as well move somewhere else. Because look, while the others we talk about, Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, maybe Pete Sampras in tennis and all that, but look, they're not crossover athletes.
They're not like him. The world will miss him, and everybody here at Dawn wish that his family continues to move on in with all the strength in the world. They've actually come on, to express their gratitude and for the show of love that the world has thrown their way. We're going to the home front now, and I'm really very eager to hear what Prof has to say about the Democracy Day speech, because I remember last Saturday you were eager to hear what President Muhammadu Buhari was going to come out with. So I want you to tell us in one word. I'm just going to touch upon like a few sentences from his speech. He says that our problems as a government are like that of a farmer who in a good season harvests 10 bags of produce and the proceeds enable him to get by for the rest of the year. However, this year he could only manage 3 bags from his farm, and he must now think of other ways to make ends meet. I don't want to say that's prophetic. I mean, I think we've all known that. I like that word.
Yeah, I mean, we have always had, everybody, even as an individual, you have great days and you have bad days. But what makes you functional is your ability to control your bad days. Now, what Nigeria has not been able to do, and that Buhari is pointing this out to us, seems a little bit, I hope people don't see this as an offensive, but it seems comical. Everybody in Nigeria knows this. I remember there was a time that, General Gowan was saying that we have so much money, is how to spend it that's our problem. So what is new? That's what I'm saying. When I say it's comical, what is new? We've always had, it's a country that's had pretty good days. I keep saying, I went to University of Ife paying 97 naira a year, 97 naira. And you know what? I was collecting a Bendel State bursary of 600 naira. And 97 naira was my school fees. That's tuition and board.
Wow.
And my state government was giving me 600 naira. Now, that is mad. They look, 600 naira, 6 times what I'm paying for school fees. Now the schools, the universities can't function. Because, you know, we frittered away the whole money some 30 plus years ago. So, you know, so what he's saying, and I, like I said, I'm being very careful, but it's really comical because the whole country, anybody that has lived in that country understands what he's saying. But do we need to be saying it?
All right. So I know that the trend has been for the past 2 weeks now, 365 days in office. I want you to summarize that for me in one word, Prof. One word, like a grade, like some sort of grade.
Let me put on the cap of, you know, it's a long time I had to grade any student. I've been off teaching now for about 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
But the truth is that this is one of those that I would go for, you know, I don't want to say an upper D, but it's a C. Now, let me now say why it is a C. It's because, you know, when you put expectations and what is really happening, there's almost no correlation.
At all.
The expectations were so high for this. And I know people would say it is, you know, his first year. But you know what? It's 25% of the course. I mean, most of us as lecturers at times will say, if you do this 25%, if you do this 10%, if you do this. This is already 25% of his course. And if he's getting a C, he has a lot of work to do to get to A.
To get an A.
He has a lot of work to do to get an A. So that's where I will put him right now. Put him at the bottom, I mean, upper D or bottom C. Okay.
All right. Still on the president, during the week, we were expecting a list of the stolen and recovered loots. They said they would be released this week. Yes, apparently. I think it was released yesterday, but no names. No names. You were talking about that when you got into the studio. Was that like a shock to you?
No.
Were you surprised by that?
No. It doesn't shock me because I have said from day one that it's not going to happen. It will, and I still insist it will never happen. The government is playing what you call petty little games with the people of the country.
But I understand. We understand. It was in the news somehow that the former president Olusegun Obasanjo was really actually instrumental to that not happening. That he says that if the president went ahead to do that, in fact, there was some rumor that ex-president Jonathan was going to be arrested and picked up. And you heard about that?
Look. Like you said, rumors. I'm not going to pay attention to all. But what I'm saying is that look. I don't think I'm the only one that knows how we spend money in that country. For anybody to think that the government can either just pick up people or pick up people are returning money and all that and tell us that you're not going to give us their names. The money doesn't belong to Buhari or Lai Mohammed. If someone returns money, you put his name by the money he returned and let us know.
So and so person released this money.
But I have said from day one that this is not going to happen because there's there's very little money to get out of people. We are happy spenders. Everybody that I've known that has stolen money, and I've known quite a lot of them. Before you know it, they buy a 560 million naira house. They stole 900 million. They buy now. If you can find that house, good luck to you.
If not, well,
so look, we spend a lot, and all the numbers they were put in there. Let me tell you what made me laugh when I was looking at the numbers this morning. They were so precise, and that is unusual. 78 billion, so and so thousand, so and so kobo. When last did anybody see a kobo in Nigeria? It was too precise to be true. I mean, look, I'm waiting to be proven wrong. But it was too precise. Even the dollar amount, cents.
Yeah,
they got it up to cents.
Pence.
I said maybe it has started accruing interest or something. That is why there are cents there. But look, I, for one, will never buy it because I don't see how it is workable. Now, these monies that you have seized or recovered, was it through law? Was it confiscation?
How did it happen exactly?
It's almost unexplainable. But hey, the government says that is the list.
Then we have to take it that way.
We have to take it that way, but it is funny because I saw kobo for the first time in a long time. Even my bank, when they send me my monthly statement, they don't even add the kobo anymore. They just tell me that this is the amount of naira that is left to. No kobo. But this government is telling us that someone stole so and so million plus so and so kobo.
Anyways, just so you know, people will like for you to join us, join the conversation on Twitter. You can call the studio lines as well. The numbers will be showing on your screen any minute. It is still done. Army arrested some suspected members of the Niger Delta Avengers. We heard during the week, and then I think yesterday the Avengers came on Twitter to say that no, these reports aren't true. I don't even know who to believe. And Senator Osagie called for the establishment of the Chartered Institute of Politicians. Did you hear that, Prof? Former Abia State Governor and now Senator representing Abia Central Senatorial District, Theodore Osagie, called on his colleagues during the week to push a bill for the establishment of the Chartered Institute for Politicians. He made the call when the Senate members were deliberating the bill for the establishment of the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants of Nigeria. Although it was probably a joke, considering the more pressing issues the country is facing at the moment, Nigerian Twitter users were not ready to tolerate it at all.
Look, they already have a Chartered Institute of Politicians.
They do?
Yes.
Where?
You move from governor to senator to minister.
No, not from governor. You start from being a council.
Oh, a councillor, then you become a governor.
No, you become a chairman.
You know,
you don't even know how it works.
Look, so we already have a Chartered Institute of Politicians.
So they don't need
So why do they need a registered body for it?
For it.
Our politicians, look, Audogbe is still a minister. I don't know how old he is, but I've been hearing the name Audogbe when I was doing civics. Civics. Audogbe.
So we can guess your age.
When I was doing civics, I mean, so you can imagine, you know. So that's a chartered Institute of Politicians
already on its own.
Look, what a pembe, you know that it is. Look, they don't need. Look, when you have long in a place, they say you are not a chartered member. Our politicians are all chartered already.
Anyways, some other opera that actually came up during the week, President Buhari actually set in motion the cleanup of oil spills in Ogoni land, on actually the same spot that he did it about 32 years ago. You know, the anticipation was high. Nigerians were like, especially people from that area, were really very, very ready to meet with him. But alas, I think 24 hours to the time, he decided not to go anymore, and he asked his deputy to go instead. And that caused a huge opera for the flag of exercise for the cleanup of Ogoni lands in Rivers State. I don't know why that happened. People were speculating that something must be happening. Some said that the Avengers threatened that he was going to be assassinated. They didn't want to see any helicopters, or, you know, they didn't want to see anyone like him in Rivers. But apparently yesterday, news broke that the president is actually suffering from some ear infection or something.
No, I think the ear infection was about when he was going to go to Lagos. I mean, I haven't heard anything why he didn't go. But look, if the security agents don't think it was right for you to go there in person at this time, that's fine.
A lot of people called him a coward.
No, the truth is that the security agents make the decision, you know. Look, people should... Look, that is a little bit petty. Look, if they're trying to clean up... Look, what we should be concerned about is that
the job gets done, whoever it is that gets there.
You know, you mentioned it, and we've shown the picture. He was there 32 years ago trying to do the same thing. And 32 years after, we haven't done it. Remember, I have this program, Point Blank, that airs on Thursday on the same channel. And there was one of my episodes was about Nigeria doesn't solve any problem. We're not problem solvers. I mean, 32 years ago, he should be about right now just cleaning the last part of the oil from the distance. But you are re-establishing
again
32 years later. We don't solve any problems in Nigeria. I mean, look, just like you told our audience, can anybody please call in and tell me a problem that has existed in Nigeria that has been solved?
Okay.
None.
We're expecting that call, people. We are. Please do call. Let's have your thoughts. You can go on Twitter. You can tweet at PJ Osagie. You can tweet at Nishola01 on Twitter. It is still dawn on MBC. When we come back, we have more stories to share with you. Please stick around.
Welcome to Trinity Africa Bar and Grill at Suite J, 5700 South Gessner, Houston, Texas 77036. Come dine in a contemporary setting and enjoy our specialties like Francophone coconut rice, grilled fish, plantain and African spice, jollof rice, pounded yam and ogbono soup, vegetable soup, and much more. Calling to order your takeout and outdoor catering and experience our second-to-none services at an affordable price. Take advantage of our $10 lunch special from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Trinity African Bar and Grill is located at Suite J, 5700 South Gessner, Houston, Texas 77036. A taste that commands order for more.
Okay, he's wrestled alligators, tussled with a whale, handcuffed lightning, thrown thunder in jail. I don't know how he did that, but well, greatest is gone, and the world is still mourning him. It's still dawn on NBC. My name is Oluwanishola. Welcome back. Some countermeasure for tomato Ebola. Prof, you should be grateful for that, so people can eat their jollof rice in peace now. One good thing that has definitely emerged from the recent hardship that has been plaguing Nigeria for some weeks now, we hear that there's a cure for this disease that's been eating up tomatoes in Nigeria, known as Tuta absoluta. The National Research Institute for Chemical Technology, Zaria, says it has been able to develop a vaccine. Ooh, vaccine. That is scary. I like that look on your face. Alhaji Bala Aliyu, the Public Relations Officer of the Institute, revealed the good news to the news agency of Nigeria on Thursday, saying an end has come to the disease which have been ravaging tomato farms for months now. So, good news? Bad news?
Well,
indifferent?
I understand that we've lost almost half of the crop.
Almost half?
Yeah.
Don't you think we've lost everything?
Well,
if they can buy four for like 200 or 300 naira now.
Yeah, but if they've been able to, if they've solved it, I will go back on my word and say that, look,
at least we're able to solve something.
And I really want to go back on. I really want to go back on my word, because we're able to really solve the Ebola crisis that happened two summers ago.
We managed it well.
I think they managed it well, and it was solved. So that. I give credit to that.
And residents in Benin, we understand, are advised not to cook with fire tomorrow. Well, I think you should be able to answer that question very well for us. Why? A press statement signed and released by the Secretary to the Benin Traditional Council, Mr. Frank Irabo, advised Benin Kingdom residents not to cook with fire on Sunday, the day of the Igberenwe in the Royal Funeral Rites Program. Cooking without fire is in accordance with Benin customs and tradition, and it's part of the activities for the continuation of the 15 days funeral rites of the late Benin monarch Oba Eredua. My question though is, if they do that, what will happen?
Nothing.
Really?
Yeah, nothing would happen. But, look, if people want to respect it because they're very much into tradition, they should do that. I remember when the late Oba died, I was in the University of Ife then, now OAU. I mean, my father, I'm pure Benin. I mean, my grandfather was actually at one time the ESA of Benin.
Oh.
My father sent a message to me to cut my hair. And
I can imagine what you did, like you said.
And I told the messenger that I should look at my afro that I have been nurturing for several years now.
Oh, yes.
For several years.
Okay, so I should not cut because of someone.
Look, I feel sorry that the Oba of Benin died, but this afro is my.
It's going nowhere.
It's not going anywhere, and nothing happened to me. So I mean, all the good
when
Benin
will
boys.
This end though? In these times.
Look, like I said,
I can't believe that.
Look, okay, now the Oba died. I mean, I already have low court, so I'm fine.
So you're safe.
Look, what I'm saying is that if you believe in it, or not believe, if you follow tradition,
okay.
If you follow those traditions, that's fine. But look, so people should eat cold meals tomorrow.
Sunday.
Yeah, on a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
I guess most people will move out of Benin for the day and get themselves some two sisters. I mean, all those great bookers that we have in Benin and all that. But look, I love some parts of tradition.
But
those that really inconvenience people out of the fear is what But again, it's for a day. If they have, they can eat biscuit and Fanta. That's fine by me.
Still some funny news. This actually did make me laugh yesterday. The federal government of Nigeria they released census on all the goats and cattle and pigs and sheep and camels and other livestock in Nigeria. The Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Alto Ogbe, on the 2nd of June, released details of the 2011 National Agricultural Sample Survey. I didn't even know that existed. That shows an estimated number of livestock in the country. And there was actually a news conference, you even announced that in Abuja. He says that the 2011 census of Nigerians' livestock showed that the country had an estimated 7.1 million pigs. I feel like I'm reading mock news right now.
Yeah.
1.3 million sheep, 19.5 million cattle, 28,000 camels, 974,499 donkeys. I should stop right here.
Yeah, look, let us just stop this nonsense. Look, this is a country that, we all know.
Yeah.
We haven't been able to count ourselves.
Not talk of animals.
And even when we count ourselves, when they say Kano has this population,
people in
the south, they say they are counting their cows and all that to have that kind of number. Now we say we are counting cows. Did they count people who join this? Look, I don't know what the livestock numbers should be in the country, but really
should it even be a thing? Is it a thing?
It should be, because you actually want to know how much you want to develop.
Okay.
Down the road, because with an increased number in population and all that, you have to have meat to give them to eat. And so I understand that those are numbers,
they did it in the first
but
place.
Why it becomes a big showcase?
It's
what I don't understand. Count the pigs. I mean, look, I can tell you that they didn't count some pigs behind someone's house.
And some goats.
That is their own wahala. But it's good to count it. It's good to have a number because you use it for developmental purposes. But to make it a big issue, a press conference and all that, look, I don't see. Look, I'm going to say something. A lot of those ministers in this government, either because of how they came into power, completely using the word change. They want to change from a lot of the things that happened in the past. So there's a lot of PR moves in the things they do, and it's not all substance, I mean, announcing this in a press conference, this is one of those things that is in the file. And the people that want to use it,
just go there and get the information.
Get the information and use it. But again, because all this costs money.
Yes, a lot of money. Ex-President Jonathan also came got back into Nigeria during the week, and he was welcomed with a hashtag GEJ while you were away. Did you catch that?
No.
Okay, so a miss reports that he had gone on exile owing to his relatively protracted stay outside Nigeria. Former President Goodluck Jonathan had returned to the country during the week. The main opposition party, the PDP, they made this known in a tweet put out on Wednesday. And the first tweet was, "The hero of our democracy is back home." And so, hence the hashtag started. So, many of them castigated the leadership, the present leadership, and said he was a far better alternative. Some tweet says, "Many of those that castigated your leadership style are beginning to value you. Buhari led Nigeria from being the giant of Africa to the joke of Africa. I'm just reading the tweets. Regrettably, JJ, while you were away, the biggest economy you left just 368 days ago had gone into recession." Do you agree with that?
Well, yeah, the country's in some kind of recession. I mean, look, there's nothing really happening now. But look, is it Buhari's fault? You know, the economy of a country, obviously, it needs policies to stay afloat or to change things and all. Yeah, and time. But look, from every indication, bad things are happening in that country. Airlines are threatening to pull out because they can't move their money.
Some have actually pulled out.
Yeah, and things like that. So, I mean, we're in a very, very tough time. I mean, and I would still say you do not improve any situation by just
making it worse.
Yeah, by just talking. You improve situations by really focusing on policies that develop the system.
You were talking about some airlines pulling. EcoBank actually fired 1,040 of its staff during the week as well. They actually said that they pegged down about 1,400, but actually reduced it to 1,040. I don't know how that's supposed to make some people happy, but that is really sad. I understand the federal government has started. I think they're not the only banks that have done that in recent times. And the FGS
yeah, and I saw the federal government telling them not to
do that or stop doing that, and they're going to talk to something.
Yeah, does the federal government now own private banks? Look, a bank can, even in great times of plentiful money, if they think they need to fire people in order to make more profit, that's what banks or firms are in existence to do, to make profits and to make either shareholders happy and all that. Again, this is one of those PR moves I think this government is. Look, all these are PR moves. You cannot tell a bank not to fire people. If the economy is not good enough for them, it's not good enough for them. They have to survive. Let's look at this in one way. Would the government prefer that the bank collapses completely than to cut its quota according to its size in order to stay alive? That's a question they have to answer, but I don't think it's their right or they are in any position to tell banks not to fire people.
All right, people, it's still done. Please don't forget tweet at us at MBC TV Houston, at Omo-Osagie, Prof's handle at Nishala01. You can call the studio lines as well. We'll be happy to hear from you. Some bodies of at least 85 migrants who drowned trying to cross the Mediterranean were found washed up from the beaches of the coastal town of Zawara on Thursday afternoon, June the 2nd. A Red Cross official actually did say that they believed to be migrants who perished in a string of shipwrecks that took place inside Libyan waters late last week. Al-Khamis al-Busaifi said that most of the migrants appeared to be from the sub-Saharan Africa. This is just sad. I remember that we shared that news last week.
I mean, for the past couple of years now, we've been, but this was probably the largest one-time death.
85, that's a lot.
But the world, don't let me say the world, I think African countries have to wake up as to how to stop their own people from, this is almost like almost like a suicide mission.
Yeah. They really didn't care. Anyways, when we come back, we'll be doing some sports stories. We'll still have some, we'll be delighting with some music. It is still dawn on NBC. My name is Oluwanishala. Thank you for staying with us.
Welcome to Trinity Africa Bar and Grill at Suite J, 5700 South Gessner, Houston, Texas 77036. Come dine in a contemporary setting and enjoy our specialties like Francophone coconut rice, grilled fish, plantain and African spice, jollof rice, pounded yam and ogbono soup, vegetable soup, and much more. Call in to order your takeout and outdoor catering and experience our second-to-none services at an affordable price. Take advantage of our $10 lunch special from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Trinity African Bar and Grill is located at Suite J, 5700 South Gessner, Houston, Texas 77036. A taste that commands order for more.
The African proverb of the day, I think it says a lie spoils 1,000 truths or something. Yeah. I really quite agree with that. That's very, 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 very true. Very true. Someone can be really, you might be friends with a particular person for a long time. Why am I even trying to explain it?
No, I mean the better explanation.
I'm just trying to.
The better explanation.
I'm trying to explain why I find it really very true. What?
There's the Yoruba saying too that it's just a small mess that spoils the entire bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's the same thing. A little lie. Whatever truths that have been around before, a little lie can completely.
I see it this way though. Yeah, I see it this way though. You might be friends with someone, or you love someone so much, and you find that person hurts you
just by a little statement.
That entirely spoils the relationship. Anyways, like we did promise, we'll be doing some sport news now, and pandemonium broke at the head office of the Nigerian Football Federation, the Glass House, on Friday after the factional president of the NFF, Chris Giwa, and some of his supporters tried to forcefully gain entrance into the complex to take over the affairs of the federation. Hey, Chineke. Chris Giwa, in company of Effiong Johnson, Sunny Fema, Ramson Baribote, Ben Agari, Yaya Adama, Jide Fashikun, and a number of thugs stormed the Glass House when only a couple of management staff were around. That's not abnormal, is it, in the Glass House?
Look, what I don't understand with this particular problem is that, again, it goes back to that we never solve a problem. I mean, this guy said he was president in 2014. There was another election. Look. We've now had a president there for almost 2 years of the Football Federation. And then he comes back, he says he has some court papers, that annul.
That proves he's still president.
Yeah, that proves he's still president and all that. And a day before yesterday, a couple of days ago, 3 days ago, they were at the National Assembly in some kind of a meeting with the Committee on Sports at the National Assembly. And it looks as if they couldn't solve it because the very next day he's storming in there with his thugs and all that. I don't understand. Look, is it that he can't get him arrested for a breach of the peace or something? Look, I don't understand it. Look, do you think that kind of thing would happen in this America where we live? It's not going to happen. You're going to get picked up and you're going to be tossed somewhere to cool down because
to simmer down.
Yeah, I mean this is almost unexplainable. Do I know what their problem really is? Either way, both factions are probably illegal. Because that's just the way we do things in Nigeria. Yeah, I mean, the person who's president now, people talk about how he got there and all that. But look, like I say, he's there. Bite your tongue and then move on. You lost. You lost.
All right. I actually hope that they sort that out, which I really doubt. I actually really doubt. 70 with a six-pack is the title of this. The pensioners, they're pumping their way to the World Bodybuilding Finals. Prof, I don't know what you're doing here. We're going to be showing the pictures, and my producer's ready. Yeah, there they are. Prophecy? See, men.
Am I 70?
I don't know, but you're not. See. You can
Now,
see that, right?
Look,
This man,
like they say,
they are 70 plus pensioners competing for the place in the fiercely competitive World Bodybuilding Finals for men above 70 years. There's nothing that we will not see. This man with six packs and lean muscles show old age isn't about watching TV and drinking tea as they prepare for the competition. And at 79, world champion Eric Daw, joking about his impressive trophy collection, says, "To me, that's what a man should look like. It's really fantastic." Prof, you're speechless for one.
look, like they say, drinking.
That you're speechless.
Everybody with his own cup of tea. Look, I'm not interested in looking like that. When I was much younger.
I cannot believe that you call you speechless.
No, because when I was younger, I tried it. I bought Joe Wader. I drank all kind of concoctions to give me six pack.
And you weren't successful?
Look, on the long run, it was just a waste of money and all that. The bottom line is I try to keep as fit as possible. Besides that,
that's key, actually.
Every other thing is
fit and healthy. That's key.
That's a torturous life, to get to be like
Look
this.
Look at them, 70 and above.
Hey, look, you see, the problem is that they still have to wear shirt and trousers to go around. You don't go around like this, so what's the point? What's the point in getting to look like this?
You know the news.
You are still going to cover it up.
Lionel Messi's tax fraud trial kicked off in Spain, and the football star appeared on Thursday. What I found fascinating was that he says that he really doesn't know anything. All he does is just sign. Now his father is. I don't know why this is taking. I don't know this turn.
Look, no, he should come and ask American athletes that you let your father be the person. You will go broke. Look, I keep saying one thing. I'm very much into the business of sport. He isn't aware of
anything that happens.
Look, he's going to go broke if he doesn't understand it. Because what happens is that you do not let people that have never managed big money to manage your big money. You're going to get into trouble. And the American athletes that make an awful lot of money today are so much better at it. 30 years ago, a lot of athletes lost their money because they went to look for people who were making maybe $70,000 as salary to manage their $3 or $4 million. They mismanaged it. They get you into trouble. They don't do the right things. Today, when you make a lot of money, you hire people who are qualified to manage big money. And they will help you take care of all this. Messi had better be careful. I
hope you will learn from this, and I hope that is done and over with as soon as possible. I will go for the one very last break. When we come back, we'll round things up on Dawn this morning on MBC. Thank you once again for hanging in there with us. right, welcome back. Still Dawn on MBC, the very last minutes till we say our final goodbyes. And we're going to be doing this story about a controlling boyfriend who was jailed for forcing his partner to run on a treadmill so she'd look like Kim Kardashian. You know who Kim Kardashian is?
Yeah, I know. I know Kim Kardashian.
So this boyfriend has been jailed for forcing his partner to run on a treadmill. Muhammad Anwar made 30-year-old Gemma Doherty restrict her diet to cans of tuna and beetroot while exercising until she collapsed from exhaustion or caught hurt. Miss Doherty, a mother of two from Sheffield, was attacked by Anwar if she missed weight loss targets, as he wanted her to have a similar figure to Kim Kardashian and Brazilian model Graciane Barbosa. And on Thursday, he was jailed for 2 years and 4 months at Sheffield Crown Court in one of the first convictions under legislation designed to tackle controlling behavior. So,
look, the lady herself, controlling behavior, she's a grown-up.
But she's in love, and she doesn't want to lose her man.
But again,
and whatever your man tells you to do, just so that you keep him, you do it.
In 2016,
well,
like they say, there are men all over the whole place. But here is really the question. The Kim Kardashian I know, is she what we would call lepa?
Oh, well.
No, so what is...
Well, she's curvy.
Yeah, she's curvy, but is it through exercise or through... look, that's what I don't understand. If she was trying to be some skinny model,
they won't understand that.
Yeah. And then look, the kind of thing that Kim Kardashian carries, I don't think you can build that one up. That comes from God
from
himself.
The treadmill.
You can't build that one up from the treadmill. But look, that's a story for another day.
Anyways, thank you people for hanging in there. We appreciate, you being there with us. Another day is done here on Dawn, but we'll be here next Saturday by God's grace. Prof, you want to say your goodbyes?
Well, just, hey, have a nice Saturday, and then we'll see you all back here.
Please stay warm, people. Please stay warm.
Next week,
enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Welcome to Trinity Africa Bar and Grill at Suite J, 5700 South Gessner, Houston, Texas 77036. Come dine in a contemporary setting and enjoy our specialties like Francophone coconut rice, grilled fish, plantain and African spice, jollof rice, pounded yam and ogbono soup, vegetable soup, and much more. Calling to order your takeout and outdoor catering and experience our second-to-none services at an affordable price. Take advantage of a $10 lunch special from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Trinity African Bar and Grill is located at Suite J, 5700 South Gessner, Houston, Texas 77036. A taste that commands order for more.